It is the dog days of the term right now. It's the middle of the term. I'm tired, the students are tired. You know, it's a struggle to get through some of these classes. The students have about another 2 months. They're procrastinating and putting off studying until next month. I want to talk to you guys about my experience at a Chinese public hospital. If you watched my live stream I did a couple of weeks ago, I talked about it, but I wanted to do it again and incorporate some of the video that I took while I was there getting my shoulder fixed. Still not 100%, but man, that's about 80% the way there. So I'm quite happy with the treatment that I got. As many of you know, I got in a pretty nasty e-bike accident a few months ago. Yeah, good morning. I just got in another e-bike wreck with this guy right here, and I am hurt. I got some cuts on my arm, cut on my leg, scraped knee. My calf is killing me. It's bruised really bad. My shoulder is starting to feel a little sore. Like I strained the muscle a little bit here, the deltoid right here. And my shoulder just wasn't healing after months. The college wanted me to go to a traditional Chinese medicine hospital. That's the one that my insurance goes through. Today I'm finally going to get my shoulder looked at by a doctor. Someone from the college has helped me out with this, so this would be an adventure. I don't know anything about the difference between a regular modern hospital and a Chinese traditional hospital, but from what I learned, they're pretty much the same. I mean, although it says traditional medicine, and they do a lot of traditional medicine, it's still a modern facility, and they have modern techniques. So the name is kind of misleading, I think. So when I got there, it's on the other side of town. I check in. This big, beautiful, brand new hospital. It's large, it's well organized, it's laid out very nicely. It's just crowded. There's tons and tons of people there. And I wait. But when you're waiting there, there's a giant smoking section right outside the doors, and the doors are wide open, so all the smoke just comes right in while you're waiting to see the doctor. I find it odd that they have smoking areas while you wait to see the doctor. I waited for a couple of hours. Then you go down this long corridor, people are waiting in the hallways. You know what number it is? Every room is a different doctor and has tons of people just standing around looking. Sat down. He asked me to do a couple things with my shoulder. I said it hurts. And now I spent maybe 20 seconds with him total during my first visit. He said, MRI, come back. Right after that, people were shoving paperwork into his face and saying, hey, I need help with this, I need help with this. The poor guy didn't get a chance to take a breath ever. I mean, it's just constant for these guys. And there's no privacy in these hospitals, none whatsoever. You're in a little room and everyone's looking over your shoulder at your paperwork. Crowded, they're yelling all at the same time. There's no line, no one queues up. Quite an adventure, to be honest. You know? It was 9 days, I think, to get the MRI done. And I never had an MRI, but it was modern. It was nice, a little loud, but not too bad. Of course, you have to pay for it before you go in. Total, the MRI and the medicine that he gave me cost about 1,500 RMB, which is a ridiculously cheap price compared to what you would pay in the West. So after the MRI, I had to wait a couple more days, and I went back to see the doctor. And this is the hospital waiting area, and through these doors here is the smoking area. And we have closed these doors, and the guys just keep on opening them. So all that cigarette smoke comes right into all of these people waiting to see the doctor. We took a look at the MRI. And the diagnosis was a shock trauma to the deltoid and rotator cuff, whatever that means. And the treatment was to do electric shock therapy 3 times, once per week, 3 times. To get the shock treatment, I had to go to a different wing. It's the inpatient wing. Up on some random floor. You go by all these, hospital rooms with people sick and hurt. Overcrowded, families visiting to the treatment room, which is in a strange area. It's in the middle of all of this. You get the treatment. It's painful. It's not comfortable. It hurts a lot. And then they gave me these white medicine pads I'm supposed to put on my shoulder. Gave me a bunch of those. This is the pad that they gave me, a medicated pad, and you put this on your shoulder at night and during the day. As you can see, they're made in Japan. All these guys here are taxi drivers. Not the right taxis, the real taxis are here. You can see them completely empty. And now I am happy to report that my shoulder has gotten much better. The treatment really did work, so good on them. In all, for everything, I paid about 2,000 RMB, and my insurance covers most of it. It's almost impossible to navigate if you can't speak Chinese. I had someone from the college helping me out every time because nobody there speaks English. A few of the doctors do, but not all of them. The nurses don't. The security guards, the hosts and hostesses, they don't speak English. Some of the signs, like emergency room this way, are in English, but that's about it. You don't know where to go to pay. You don't know the process. No one tells you what to do. You just kind of have to know it. So if you do end up going to the public hospital here, I recommend you go with somebody because it's chaotic. Hurry up and wait kind of feeling that you have. Don't get distracted by all the people. Don't get distracted by the process. You're there to get treatment and they will treat you. They'll take care of you. So that's my experience at a Chinese public hospital. A lot of similarities to the West, but then again, an awful lot of differences too.